Hi, and welcome to Module 4. I apologize for the video here. It's kind of dark, and whenever I record at night, everything's dark in the room, and if I turn the lights on, it just overwhelms it and washes it out. So we're stuck with it. Anyway, what I want you to know is that Module 4 takes a kind of a diversion here. We no longer have a lot of pencil and paper work, math and all that. We're actually going to begin getting our hands dirty here and doing routers and switches. Now, obviously, you don't have a router and a switch at home. Well, maybe somebody does. That's not too uncommon. But if we were in the lab, we'd be using live routers and switches. I have here's a router that you would normally see. It looks kind of like this guy. Well, it looks exactly like this. That's a router. Let's see if I have a switch here. Pull up the switch. There we go. This one's bigger. Switches are bigger because you got all these ports on there. And then on the back side, you've got the console port where, see if I can get this. There we go. There's the console port you see there. So the console port on both the router and the switch is the port that you plug into in order to begin configuring it. You would plug a laptop or a desktop into the router or switch and configure it. There's no GUI. There's no graphical user interface. They're all command line. And so we're going to be doing all command line using the iOS or Internetwork Operating System, which is Cisco's operating system. From this point on, everything, not everything, but the majority of the class is hands-on stuff. There's no lecture material. I should say there's no lecture material. There is some lecture material that you'll get as we go through in the form of videos, but we don't get deep into a lot of these things. I want you to just get your hands dirty and do it. And so you'll notice that these notes, as you look at them, are rather skimpy by comparison with other courses you may have taken from me or even from other instructors. Actually, this first one is most like a standard one that you would see from me. I've got some concepts here about connecting Cisco routers and switches, what type of cable it is, the rollover cable, and then a little bit about the packet tracer simulator that we'll be using since you don't have actual routers and switches. It is an excellent, excellent tool, and they keep making it better and better. So it is awesome what you can do with packet tracer. And then stuff about what happens once you start up packet tracer and once you start using packet tracer. And I will leave these videos for that. I'm not going to demonstrate it here. And so how it starts up, and then some information about memory in it and so on, RAM and VRAM, because those are going to be very, very important when you begin to use these commands. And then I just have some commands and what they do down here, some videos on those. So you'll just get to know what some of these commands are, and you'll see there's a lot of them here. So get to know those. Then down here, the second one is basic configuration notes. And basically here what I've done is put together a list of commands that you'll use a lot. These are the commands over here on the left, and then over here is what they do. You will use these over and over and over again, and for the second lab that we'll do this week, you'll probably want to have this in front of you. So just so you know, this is where you'll find that information. And then I have some extra commands that I added later that I didn't cover in the introduction to iOS notes. So I added a couple of extra commands there that you'll need to know how to use. But the labs themselves will help guide you to how to use these. And then the packet tracer notes, more information about packet tracer. It's very short. It's only one short page. So these don't look like lecture notes. I know that. And this is going to be true pretty much from now on. Down here in the labs, though, this is where the meat of this course is. From this point on, the meat of the course is in the labs. So when you take quizzes, by the way, be sure and know all the commands that are in the labs and the concepts that lab is trying to teach you. So lab 4, you're going to learn packet tracer, and in this one you'll actually go in and install, you'll get packet tracer. Let me open this up. You'll be obtaining packet tracer, and you have to sign up for this little course to do that, even though you don't have to take the course, but you'll sign up for it, and that will allow you to get packet tracer. And I hope all these are the same, by the way, since the last time, since I wrote this, because things change on the internet all the time. I'm always having to chase things around, but hopefully it'll be either the same or very close to the same. And then you'll complete chapter 2 of the Cisco Packet Tracer course that you signed up for up here. And it's just chapter 2. It's a short section, and here's what you, as you do chapter 2, here's what you will perform, and then what you'll upload to me. The other lab, let's go back here to the second lab. In this lab, you won't get a lot of information on how to do things. Now, throughout the rest of the course, most of the time you will, but in this lab, I want you to demonstrate to me that you know basic configuration, and you will by this time. Again, have that one set of notes in front of you that has the basic configuration commands, because you will use that in order to perform this. So I don't tell you what commands to use. I just say, hey, make it do this, and then you have to make it do that. So hopefully that will be a lot of fun. It'll be kind of a chasing game to figure that out. Finally, I guess the only other thing then is you have the quiz. And again, make sure that you know the labs as well as these lecture notes and the videos. Watch all the videos in order to take this quiz. Have a good time with it, and we'll see you next week. And that's about it for now.